Riddle in a while. Joseph, if they pick Angela, I'll tell you now, it's very greedy, but also has the potential to just be a stompy lineup. But I like how they answer with the Cho. That's a witty special. Whoever gets into the Hearthguard, if ever it is an Angela pick, gets picked off. But the Aurora, what is Yahazkiel? What are you doing? What are we cooking here, Mr. Wiseman?
He just wants to freeze him because this is a mobility lineup, man. It wasn't the Angela, it was the Tigreal. This is a mobility lineup. How do you stop mobility? You just freeze them in the tracks.
Yep, given that Laos is very short ranged, they're going to have to get into proximity, and that's one way to punish with the Aurora. I was thinking maybe Vexana might show up, but we might have to save that for a game or two down the line, because she also got buffed.
Of 3 to move a little bit closer to the next stage here for the ISF Asian and Oceania qualifiers. Now, as Leo and I have mentioned, some changes have quickly happened overnight. Nothing too big, nothing too crazy, but one thing to keep an eye on is this Lancelot from Sin. Is it going to be a big difference or not? And the Joy, of course, they're going to go for their typical starts here.
Joseph, you already shared your 2 cents is maybe it won't be enough. Because again, reduced scaling damage for Lancelot's ult, Phantom Execution, that's a problem you're going to have to deal with 10 minutes down the line. Second skill, the Thorn Rose, reduced damage output. Again, you don't really get it for the damage. You use it to be able to weave in and out of risky situations, tight spots that Lancelot might find himself in. So putting it in the hands of Ju, very promising jungler for Team Indonesia, I'm with it. Nothing out of the ordinary. I'm looking here for Team Indonesia's emblems, except maybe Roblox!
Oh, wow. Roblox taking out first blood. This is, hey, as you mentioned, man, this is a witty special. We've seen him do it before, time and time again. You can get an early kill on that Cho in the early game. You're going to be a threat now for the rest of this. So you will go ahead and back out of it, but early first blood for them is great. Now, part of this, too, for Laos is playing into their level 4, playing into that first objective. That's what they're kind of working for, because we know how good an implosion can be, especially with a beacon, but that little bit of a delay might affect them into the first objective. It's up in a couple seconds, so they're going to scrap for the XP that they can get.
Also unfortunate that it was on the mid laner. It was on Roblox, who, again, looking at the item build or the emblems and his intent for this lineup, he shouldn't have died there. He should actually keep himself relatively safe, play conservatively. Look at this, the start!
Oh, they're already going to go for it. Phantom Execution already used. Roblox will go down as Wiseman picks up a kill. The beats are going to come down, but they burn the flickers out. Forget the turtle, let's just fight is what they say. Meanwhile, in the gold lane, a 1v1 as Dark Baby fell to Leonardo. But now for the rest, still in the mid lane, a little bit of freeze here. Pops the Vengeance. Is Lifestyle going to be able to get out of this? No, sir, Arnada picks up a kill.
Dark Baby got put in the corner by Kabuki single-handedly. That happened off camera. I don't even know what the story was of that 1v1, but you don't do that against an MPL ID veteran like Kabuki, like Indonesia's Leonardo. Look at this. Witty's got ill intent for Dark Baby. And say what you will about a delayed turtle take, but this is all according to Indonesia's timing.
It's crazy how just that little sequence now gets them to a pretty good lead. There's a kick, Way the Dragon right into a whole lot of CC.
Baby!
As Baby Shiba goes down. Unfortunate there, and you know, we're seeing it, Leo. I mean, this is the amount of crowd control this lineup gives Indonesia, and you know, it's synced up perfectly. Whether it's a kick, whether it's the, you know, the Aurora just locking him down with the freeze here, and it's tough to deal with, I think, if you're Laos, because it's kind of like you're trying to catch your breath, but you're frozen half the time or kicked.
Joseph, it's not like Laos don't have the tools to deal with it. They have their own level of CC, even some level of immunity, but Indonesia's just playing on a whole other level. Oh, a kick finds Baby Shiba!
He's even going to kick the tank, but this time, Baby Shiba, tanky enough to survive. Dark Baby could be in trouble. Take some hits, but ultimately going to be fine. And so, I don't know, man. It's just witty. Every time the Way the Dragon up, he's just going to go for the kick. Doesn't matter who it is. I think they just want to see if they can, you know, combo enough to get a kill.
Yep, this is a case of it's not what you got, it's how you use it. And what Laos has is good, actually, you know, with their short-range dive comp with a lot of CC and purifies of their own cleanses. They should be able to fight back, but I think the Filipino viewers will understand what I'm saying is I think Laos got an aura on them. Laos is afraid of Indonesia. That's my theory, is they know that this is a juggernaut they're fighting against, and they have to play defensively. They're put in an automatically defensive position.
Yeah, you can see that even with the early rotate, XP laners making their way for this turtle fight that's about to break out. You have the follow through down in the mid lane. They'll clear this out. Lifestyle will take a couple shots. Arnauto's going to be fine, though. Turtle's up. You can see the switch, though. Kabuki, Leonardo winning up top. He can join the fight if he wants to with the Spirit of Destruction. So this is where we have to see, can Baby Shiba get an implosion? But there's a setup already with the Frigid Glacier. Not used just yet, holding on to it. But again, turret goes up top. Here's the Spirit of Destruction. It's going to find the land. Does he follow through? Turtle still for the fight. Sin will go ahead and grab it. Indonesia securing the objective. Now the fight's still going to break out. Shiba's still up. Witty could be in trouble. It should be able to just hop on over the wall. But Lifestyle wants a kill. But they lost Roblox. It's one long team fight. All for the objective, and Indonesia will get that plus a turret.
Not a good day to be Roblox of Team Laos. Already suffering 3 deaths in under 6 minutes. I think Indonesia are even testing their limits because they're not even bum rushing these turtles. They're not bum rushing any rotations. They're actually just taking them as they come. And you're seeing here all the more that the change to Lancelot doesn't affect them at all. It's not really even damage. It's not even defensively you're using that Thorned Rose. You saw him use it to help secure the turtle. So you can do that offensively too.
Yeah, so at this point, it's somehow, I think Laos is still in a good position to, you know, buy some time, get to where they need to be. Because, like, they're tanky enough as well. Like, Baby Shiba, yeah, Baby Shiba got kicked around a couple times, but ultimately has done well surviving those initiations. And we've seen it before, an implosion can really change the course of, like, these earlier team fights, especially around objectives. And I think you're just waiting for enough damage to be built up for Dark Baby. Now, I think that's still going to take time because when we looked at the items, you could see that Dark Baby was quite behind. Just because, again, oh, Robink's okay, he's fine. But still, bottom side into the Frigid Glacier again. The crowd control just layered so well from Indonesia, not giving Laos a chance to really respond.
Laos got nothing on the board, no turrets, no major objectives, no kills. Huge deficit in gold, looking at about 6K. This is something that maybe Indonesia will do here with the final turtle, what they did against Vietnam in their 7-minute game. They'll let this turtle evolve into the Lord. Because we're 30 seconds off. It spawned in the lower quarter. Gonna get replaced very soon. Oh, wait. Oh, no, Yehezkiel already hit it. I think Yehezkiel is gonna help secure. So they want the maximum value of these the economy a turtle provides.
Yeah, they'll go ahead and grab it. There it is. Now 3 for 3. The turtles here for Indonesia, and this is what I was looking at. You know, for gold earned, you can see how far behind the gold laner right now is for Dark Baby. For Laos, you know, you got to catch up somehow, some way, but then you're almost forced in a situation where, especially on a near thill, you kind of got to stay with the team. You know, you can't really be off on your own with how Indonesia can move around the map, especially that they got these early turrets with the work here. I mean, look at that. One little Thorn Rose and execution go in. Nice toss in. Sin goes down. They get punched under the tier 2 turret. Witty waiting patiently. Might go for a kick. Has a concussive blast as well. Leonardo will go ahead and make the way. There's the way of the dragon to keep Lifestyle right pinned into the wall. Pops the vengeance, but might not be enough as he goes down too. Conceal going to be used. What does Laos want to do? They actually want to go in for the fight here. It looks like they do. Roblox leading the charge alongside Robinks. He picks up Leonardo, looking for another. Witty's able to flicker out and survive. But now Dark Baby could be in trouble. Arnauto will jump on off. So at least a response from Laos.
You know what? Chin, Ju dying here, that was kind of warranted. They helped set up and paid for that push up top. But Leonardo, Kabuki actually falling, that's a shame. I don't think Team Indonesia saw that coming, and this is us seeing that Laos has something left in the tank. Laos, pulse still beating. Silver lining here for the Mekong region athletes that they can actually punish Team Indonesia. So already 9.5 minutes in, Lord spawning in about 20. Something tells me what LAOS should do is maybe not Ube so much, because it's so easy for them to get punished hard if Indonesia decides to lean in on it.
Oh,
Aran goes for the spread. Oh, he gets pulled in.
Oh, no. Still have the passive here. Right now, his skill will go down. Wise Man out of the picture. Spirit of Destruction thrown on out. Does follow through, and now Robinks falls down. There's the kick. Witty will get the Purify out. Still going to be on the hunt for Roblox. And meanwhile, the fight is split up as Dark Baby goes down. It's a triple right there for Ju, making a maniac. He wants the Savage. He might make his way to this. Arnada keeping him there. Lifestyle knows what's coming. Dark waves through. He'll get the Savage. Ju Shin makes it through. And what a play into the Lord.
Indonesia's own Chin. Ju gets the Savage. What I tell you, Joseph, what I tell you, don't group up like that. Do something to answer to the split push by Kabuki. And instead, they fed a Savage over plus a Lord to Ju. And now it's worse than ever. 9,000 between Team Indonesia and Team LAOS. Here's the thing. LAOS has less than ideal wave clear. Wow. Dark Baby just barely gets away. It's another fight waiting to happen.
I think they just want to keep fighting it out. Dark Baby popped the heavy crossbow just to escape the auto attacks from Kabuki Leonardo, man. It's a dire place to be. You're 10,000 gold behind. And you got a Lord, making its way up top. Can they hold on? I think that's the biggest question here for LAOS, because right now Indonesia has just been wanting to fight back to back to back, just like we've seen them do in the previous matches. So this is tough. Top turret going to be worked on. Leonardo go ahead and work on that. Lord just now up to the base. Will charge into a destroyed turret.
A little nub.
They'll hold on.
Oh. Now look at this. 2v1. The Indonesian Chin Ju recently got a Savage. Takes down Roblox. They're in the base.
Oh, they're going to go in. They have to pop the Purify. Still going to be working on it. Lord did go down, so they are going to be able to clear the minions out. Wise Man to fall. Right now, LAOS still holding it together. They're going to clear the waves out the best they can. Leonardo going to be firing off on Lifestyle. Lifestyle jumping in with the Infernal Pursuit. Has a little bit of shield left. Will be able to heal back up, but still goes down. Not enough sustain there for Lifestyle. But what LAOS did is held on. They're still in the game. They're down one member. Lifestyle not a part of this fight. Indonesia calls it off. They got the 2 turrets. They're happy with that.
Lifestyle and Roblox are experiencing the hardest time in this bout against Team Indonesia. Phovius and Zushin are 2 of the most powerful heroes in the current metagame. More so Zushin, right? She's still banned consistently in the first phase, even in our own League of MPL Philippines. But specifically, for Roblox, this Zushin, the 25-year-old from Laos, he already had a very bad start. He's the one who they drew first blood on. He's the one that got killed first, but look at this. They're still trying, giving it their old Laotian Boy Scout try, conceal into Team Indonesia.
Oof. Yeah, I gotta say, even down the thousands of gold that they are here.
10, Joseph, 10.
10,000.
10,000.
10 Gs. It's
10 bans in UK.
They still want to fight, man. Like, LAOS is still showing some form of confidence. I think the difficult part of it is, again, look at the angle, the jungle, or let's say into this Lord, which is coming up in a couple seconds. LAOS is going to have to keep their head on a swivel, as I like to say. They're going to have to watch every single angle that Indonesia can come through on. And so that's kind of the decision-making that we're seeing them make. Like, should we actually approach this Lord? Should we try to contest this as it's being started up by Shin over here? So, looks like they're just going to secure it. LAOS will have no decision, but just to go ahead and prep up, ready to defend to the base.
Team LAOS is clearing waves. This is possibly the best thing that they can do. Maybe only second to clearing the opposite wave, the long wave. They find Aran hiding in that little brush. The spread from the Indonesian XP laner. Robinks forced to use the electrifying beats to get out. So, weirdly enough, even if they are down this severe, I think Team LAOS are still making the right decisions. Don't pick fights.
Yep.
Stay in your base. Wait for the waves to come in so you get some passive resources. Dark Baby getting the Wind of Nature here should help against Leonardo, against Chin, even against Widdy, one might argue. But the big question to ask is, will they survive this Lord? Because this is, for a lot of people will say, it's endable. Oh no, Dark Baby!
Dark Baby in trouble. Arnon stuck on him, but still going to be fighting. Now, it's Witty that goes down first. The passive already popped from Wiseman. LAOS is fighting back as Lifestyle dunks on him. But now, Shin, part of the fight, looking for the kill on Roblox. Couple hits, will get it. The rest of the team kind of join here into the base, into the fight, clearing the waves out. Lifestyle gets the airtime, but will fall. And now the base is going to be locked here, looking for one more kill. Robix trying to buy time, and Leonardo will just go on the hunt. Kabuki, there's the Spear Destruction. He'll be able to join that fight too. Finds Dark Baby. Immortality is going to be popped, but that's not anything to worry about as the base will go down. A Maniac at the end there for Kabuki. And there you go, game one for Indonesia.
Even when Team Indonesia took that fight fast and loose,